I feel like I'm extremely behind on the tremendous amount of Metroidvanias out in the market, but Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist caught my eye and I had to play it. Despite not playing the first installment, I feel like I wanted to give it a try considering I heard very high praise coming from everyone who played it in early access. I've completed the game 100% after 30 hours and I'm here to give you all the information on it, so if you're on the fence about the game, you've come to the right place for a review. Set 2 decades after Ender Lilies, Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist takes place in the Land of Fumes, where homunculi, which are artificial life forms with human-like qualities, were created to assist humans in harvesting resources. However, they were driven mad by toxins in the air. Now it's up to the players to control Lilac to set things right in the world. However, she wakes up suffering from amnesia. Our journey takes us on an adventure attempting to not only reclaim our lost memories, but in addition, we are using our Attuner powers to cleanse homunculi of their madness so that they may fight along our side. I found the story extremely enjoyable and interesting the entire way through the game. It was presented very well and not bogged down by large amounts of dialogue with lore dumps, which a lot of games seem to do these days. One thing I always look for in a game like this is customization and build crafting, and they definitely hit this one out of the park. There's tons of equipment, abilities, and relics that can be found throughout the world that will satisfy any playstyle to truly enhance the combat and gameplay experience. In terms of player progression, each time you level up via XP from killing enemies, all your stats will increase slightly. You also find items throughout the world that increase your HP ever so slightly. You're probably saying to yourself that my health bar is absolutely massive, but in actuality, it really isn't. And this leads me into one of my big complaints with the game, which is the incoming damage from enemies, especially with elemental attacks and status effects. I feel that there are some serious balancing issues with this. If you get put on fire, it can easily eat 3/4 of your health away, and with a massive health bar like that, you can see why that's kind of insane. You can adjust and customize certain aspects of the game's difficulty to compensate for this, but still the incoming damage is just insane. Metroidvanias are always known for acquiring new abilities that allow you to backtrack to previous areas that were inaccessible earlier. Ender Magnolia definitely takes that to a whole other level. You'll sometimes, but not always, backtrack and open up something new, progress a bit, and then get halted again by some other ability you might need to get additional loot or progress further. I think this is the first Metroidvania where there were multiple spots that for a bit I wasn't sure how to proceed and wandered around aimlessly for a while. That may sound bad, but trust me, it wasn't. It was honestly that much more enjoyable when I would finally have that final aha moment and find my way. I also love how they've presented the map here. The map is sectioned off into blocks, and if you proceed through an area and have not found all the secrets in that block of the map, the color of the map remains gray. Once all the secrets are found in that block, the map turns blue. Having a visual indicator on completion of an area is something I can really appreciate. In regards to sound, all game, combat, and the general music scores were great in the game. Some areas had better tracks than others, but overall, it was a great soundtrack, which you can hear some of the music in the background right now. After 30 hours and 100% completion, I don't feel there is too much replayability here. If you don't have the option to save scum, you could certainly do another playthrough to get the other ending, but other than that, I personally don't see much replayability here. So with all this being said, and taking my one complaint into account, I'm giving Ender Magnolia Bloom in the Mist a 9 out of 10. I'm definitely going to need to go back and play the first game. I've heard mixed things about that game being superior, even though they expanded everything in this sequel. But what do you guys think? Is the first game better? Have you played this game yet? What are your thoughts about the game? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear them. So that is going to do it for this review. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully you're doing well. Stay tuned. More coming at you. Take care.